Hello, hello. I'm David Gull, and I am the project owner of Anarkitty, launching on Solana this upcoming week. I'm here to tell you a little bit about me, the team, and the project. To just get us started off, to keep this in mind, kind of a couple of words to describe our project. If I had to do it, sum it up in 3 words, it could be like private anonymous transactions, or something you guys like to say in the community chat. I've heard plenty of people say, fuck the banks, right? So let me tell you, keep that in mind while I tell you about me, the team, and the project. So a little bit about me. I am a data analyst. I've been working my entire adult life as a data analyst, and I particularly specifically try to help make data-driven decisions for different companies. In terms of crypto experience, like most of you, I've been an investor. I've been an investor a long time, at least a decade. And I also have in the background helped analyze and show results of data to help different crypto groups make data-driven decisions. Now, for the rest of the team, and you can see this on our website, we do have team information here. We have RIOT Reader. RIOT Reader is our community leader. They also help us negotiate some of our business deals, particularly Telegram-related ones, like Telegram call groups or AMAs, etc., etc. As the community leader, it's their job to help make sure your questions are answered, that information gets provided to you guys, and that we tolerate absolutely no FUD in the Telegram community chat. Next, we have Smart Contract Creator. They help create this website that you see here. They also help set up the contract, set up the Pinksale, and they will be helping us work on the different utilities of our project. They also do a couple bits of marketing here and there. Next, we have Ben. You'll primarily see me, Crypto Knowledge, or Crypto Knows, my Telegram handle, in the community chat, RIOT Reader, or Smart Contract Creator. Outside of that, you likely won't see as much, but Ben is helping manage all of our external, particularly like outside of Telegram external marketing. Now, next, I'll hop just to our light paper, which you can click here, and I've got it open here, our light white paper. And let me just start with our mission, right? So our mission really is to provide a platform that champions free speech, ensures anonymity, sorry for that, and fosters financial independence through innovative blockchain technology. And just to get a little bit into that, other than the private and anonymous aspect of all of this, I also feel like there's just quite a few gaps missing on the Solana blockchain that you'll find on some of the more longer-term established chains. And I think we can definitely make use of that to solidify and define ourselves in those gaps. Now, although we are Anarkitty, which is a meme on anarchy, right? We are more than just a meme coin. We are hoping to be a beacon of freedom in a world dominated by all these financial constraints and censorship. So now, let's go into our initial utility. I'll discuss mostly number 1 here, but a decentralized cross-chain swap, all right? We are hoping to become the ultimate solution for private transactions, offer seamless swaps, sends, and bridges across all major chains, while allowing you to experience unparalleled anonymity as your wallet addresses remain concealed throughout transactions. So how's this going to work? Well, I'll give you the overview, right? Your wallet can send the specified crypto amount that you want to exchange to, let's say, exchange 1, where the tokens are received and will be converted into, let's dub it a privacy coin. Exchange 1 will then transfer that privacy coin to exchange 2, ensuring a seamless transition while maintaining your privacy. Finally, exchange 2 will convert that privacy coin into your specified token and dispatch it to your receiving wallet. So, Why does this matter? Well, this privacy coin will basically act as a security layer. It's an extra layer, disconnecting your original tokens from the final destination, guaranteeing your privacy throughout the process. With this, your financial history gets to stay private, it'll reduce security risks for you, and ensure your transactions get to remain confidential. This is important because you should be able and allowed to protect your financial freedom. You should be able to say goodbye to the risks of having to reveal your wallet address with Anarkitty's upcoming privacy features. And like I've noted, our vision, our mission, all of that, we believe in empowering individuals with the freedom to transact securely and privately. And that kind of leads me into also the governance system. Empowering individuals. We want to empower our community after we get these initial utilities up and off the ground to decide on what they want us to work on as we continue working into the future. And that is going to be an important step for us because while we have the experience, knowledge, and know-how, we want to make sure that we move as a movement. Any of these crypto projects, anything you guys might see here and there, it's the community that makes or breaks those projects, right? Particularly in the beginning. If there's a bunch of FUD sitting in the community, we can do as much marketing as we possibly can. And if all of those members that we bring to our Telegram just see FUD sitting there, they're just going to leave and our marketing will have been completely wasted. All right. That's just one example of how the community matters. And it can be so important. And I also want to make sure that you guys see on the website, you can click here. We'll see the Anarkitty Solana portal. You can find us at Telegram at Anarkitty Solana, which will lead you to the portal. Just click the button at the bottom of that and verify you're a human to join our community chat. Thanks. And now we will listen to some of the initial Q&A from our first community AMA.
So, also another thing, do you have your hypers and your shillers ready? Because pre-sale is in 3 days and we really need all these people. I went through the socials and I don't know, as at the time I saw it, I think maybe I actually went there really too early, like the Twitter. It was actually really had really low engagements there. So like we could actually do really better if we plan on, raising the soft cap that we're looking at.
So okay, I hear about the soft cap, and my argument would be the community is going to determine the price, and we're not going to put a limit on what gets raised. Or I say limit, but also like what a minimum we need to hit. The reality is, if let's say we raise just above the soft cap that's currently set, right? We'll probably have a big AMA explaining to you guys, anyone that's supportive in the community, of course, who joins the AMA, that might not be enough to get this project off the ground. If we don't raise enough, we'd cancel it. We'd make sure everyone gets their money back. We'd let everyone know about our next steps. Maybe it needs to be rebranding. I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be done at the right time. Maybe we need additional marketing pushes. But we're not going to try to fuck anyone over on that side. So that's discussing the minimum that's currently set. We're trying to follow the trend of what's working for everyone else right now, and that's obviously setting 5 to 10 or something because it raises higher. That's to try to answer the minimum question. Now, in terms of, sorry, my head got so focused on that. Could you repeat the first part of your question?
Okay, I asked if you have your hypers and your shills ready to...
Hypers and shills. That's right. Marketing related and more so community forced and run. And a part of that, let me bring it in, right, is the Twitter social that's not very engaged, right? That kind of, overall, that's the question. So first I'll jump on the Twitter. I agree, right? Not super engaged. active, hyper. Here is where I will say I disagree with my team, and we should give it a bit more time. But community, more people than exists on our team told us we should get started. So we did. We got a Twitter from basically the same way we got the the stickers and the graphics currently. It was part of a nice bulk package that we got like 2 months ago that we were planning to prep and prepare, that had all of this, just like the graphics created, right? And my hope as project owner, leader, running this thing, telling these freaking guys, was that we'd have some posts going, we'd start getting some messaging going on that, on Twitter, for example, our Twitter social. And the reality is, it's new and not new. It exists, but it's been refurbished as it was someone's personal Twitter before, and now it's been set up to just show Anarkitty. So it already has some followers and this and that. But any posts, let's pretend I post a post right now. My goal is to have 2 Twitter posts per day at least, so we're at least, we're running that social and everything's coming out. But let's say I post something this second, and let's say I post in the Telegram. Telegram is locked till you guys raid this Twitter post. And let's say everyone goes to the Twitter posts, and it has 0 of everything. The first second they rush to it, right? Because that's the reality. And that starts causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt in our Telegram. I want to make sure we do it kind of clean, seamlessly. I'm planning to start posting things on that Telegram, on that Twitter starting today. I'm trying to go for 2 posts at least per day, minimum. And then I'm going to start trying to get the community to help us engage on those posts by doing the different things like replying, liking, retweeting, whatever, right? So it has a bit of engagement, so it moves up the Twitter formula, so it can be so it can be seen different places, especially on popular crypto Twitter posts, just replying to those posts from our official Twitter, right? Trying to get those official replies pushed up by responses. That'll take hardcore community involvement. And I'm taking all feedback. I'm currently apprehensive of doing it this exact second, especially like trying to force the Telegram community to hop on there and do things for that post right this moment, if that makes sense. But we're going to build and expand on that Twitter. We're going to, if there's any other socials that need to be made, I know that people would love to see Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, YouTube, etc., etc. We're going to do the YouTube because we're going to post all our official AMAs on there for sure. We're going to do Twitter because we know that's the big one currently right now that we need to make sure we have a social presence. We can also do the others, but it will rely on community support. We can set up the Facebook right now, and we can have all the team members go and view a post and like it. So we can have like 3 to 10 likes on a post. That's not going to cut it, okay? It's not just not going to cut it. It's going to make anyone that goes to it think that we look bad. We have to do it right? And that's part of the process. Part of the process is making sure we don't incentivize FUD in our group. And that's currently my thoughts on the Twitter specifically. Does that kind of help answer your question? And feel free to keep digging in. I'll answer anything about it. That's kind of what I see.
Yeah, actually, that's a great idea.
To like avoid FUD.
Sorry. I
like
hear 2 people talking, and I'm on my phone, so I can't actually see the group right now. My computer died. That won't happen at launch or anything. I just went out for a cigarette having this conversation with you guys. But one at a time, if that's all right, and we'll let the community self-enforce that for today. What's first?
Okay, so to avoid fraud now, because most investors would actually come and observe the engagement. That's usually the first thing when you're actually looking for a good project. You actually observe the engagement, and I feel we should actually use this remaining few hours towards pre-sale to work on that first, especially from the Twitter. Look, like we literally did an AMA today, and the max attendance we've had is just 8 participants, and they're like 100 and something in the TG. You
Yeah.
understand? So I feel we really need to work on that first before actually, trying to put other things on board.
So I'll just immediately say I totally agree, and I'll immediately say that that's one of the reasons a lot of the other questions or marketing things or stuff we've been discussing comes after, right? First, it's community. Here's a good sentence for you guys. The Telegram community is the face of the coin, right? Let's say someone posts in the Telegram right now, this coin is shit, it's a scam, it's nonsense, it's garbage, right? And let's say no one deletes that or bans that person or, I don't know, replies, or it just sits there for 10 to 30 minutes. That kills projects. It kills them. They're done. If it just sits there, that's what everyone sees. It's the face of the coin. The community determines that. Now, I say the community determines that. That's where we come in, the team, no FUD allowed. We have to make sure that's out of there. But more to your question, we got to make sure we get some community engagement, right? And totally agree. And that's kind of one of the first main focuses, especially before the pink sale opens. And yeah, sorry, there's only 8 people in here. But we wanted to make sure there was a voice chat scheduled and you guys could ask me any question you wanted, because we weren't even expecting you to be in there yet. You guys have all been hearing from word of mouth. You guys haven't seen any marketing post or whatever about us. You guys just hopped in here, hearing from someone else, right? And we got to make sure we're constantly responsive and answering those questions. And that's kind of one of the first things we were discussing, let's say, last night. We're putting together a group of admins who, let's not say they're necessarily part of the team itself and have any control over the team, but they know everything that's going on in the project, and they can help answer questions and make sure the community is properly admined, right? Step one, lots of things happening in the background, but that is a huge thing. I'm not going to undersell the importance of how the community appears, and the Telegram community is the face of that. Incredibly important, and I agree fully that needs to be kind of almost priority number one. I say priority number one is getting these badges right now, just because that's a lot of work. But priority number 1.5 is making sure that things are going well in the community and are active in the community. So I'm totally agree with that. Does that kind of answer that question?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And please, it's really urgent. You actually work on it fast.
First thing that's being worked on, other than sending off the official documents to the. Okay, you got to understand the workflow a bit, right? Like someone says, we need all of these things. All right, then you got to sit down for 2 hours and make sure all those things get done. Then you jump back to the community, right? So it's priority number 1.5, right under just getting the technical official things we need done for the coin done. It's almost as or more important than marketing, making sure that anyone that reaches our community through marketing sees an active, happy community. I will again argue in my own defense that you guys are weirdly early and we haven't started that marketing. But again, yes, huge priority, huge priority. If that answers your question, I do think I can't easily see on my phone because I'm holding it to my ear. Someone else unmuted themselves. Does anyone have a question? and try to be friendly to the community. Let's not interrupt each other, even though I talk a lot. Interrupt me, but not the community, right?
Okay, I do have a question.
Yep.
Yeah, on the X, and how are you building your team, and do you have any further plans for collaboration?
Sorry, so I heard, do you have any further plans for collaboration? I didn't hear the first
Yeah.
part of that. You asked two questions there. I missed the first part.
Yeah, the first part, I'm talking about how are you building your team, How are you building your team?
Are we building a team? Is that the
No,
question?
how are you
Do we have a
building a
team?
team?
How are we?
Yeah,
Sorry.
how are you building a team?
How are we building the team? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll answer that first. We've got a core team of members. We've got specifically me, who's project leader, had the idea, wanted this to come together and happen. I'm putting my money out of pocket for this, make sure it happens. We've got someone from smart contract creators, and you might have seen that handle around, that is handling the actual, just the easy bits and bobs technically of creating the coin on the generator, making sure the Pinksale set up properly and stuff like that. They've handled that before, but brought them into my team. So screw whoever got to use them before. And they're handling bits and bobs of marketing. I am as well, obviously. And then we've got someone who's managing the community, specifically administration and getting more community members going. In terms of building that team, right now, realistically, without money to pay them salaries, it would be any community members that are willing, or upon money raised, pay for more team, not core team members, but more lower level coin members that help manage basic administration, right? That's the way I see it. If anyone faults me on that, you're free to do so, but that's kind of how I see it in my mind, right? There's only so much the core members can do with their experience and work on if they don't have someone else covering their butts when messages are getting spammed in the Telegram. And we don't want to let messages go like 5 minutes without an answer, right? Or something like that. We got to make sure it's moderated. We got to make sure FUD's removed, and we got to make sure legitimate questions are answered reasonably. And even if that involves some of those team members reaching out to me to get the answer, I'll freaking have to hop into the Telegram to make sure it gets responded to, or I'll give them the information so they can provide the correct information to everyone. But it's work. It is work, right? A lot of you guys understand that. It's actual work dealing with a community. Not that it's bad work. It's just we got to make sure the proper information gets provided in a efficient and quick manner to individuals. That's kind of what I think about team and team building. And now, because you gave me the first part of the question, I forgot the second part. I'm so sorry. Could you remind me of the other part of your question, if you have more to that question?
Okay, as I said earlier, I was asking if you got any further plans for collaboration.
Further plans for collaboration. Certainly. We do not have any, not one, specific plans for collaborations with other startup coins or projects at this time. Not that we're not willing to collaborate, we just don't have any specific ones in mind to collaborate with. Now, that said, that's specifically for other coins in our space, that kind of thing. If you mean in terms of collaboration, different exchanges, for example, that's almost a different question, right? Exchanges or making more awareness for our project by making it more available to other people to purchase, by putting it on different platforms where they can purchase now, but they couldn't purchase before because not everyone understands how Solana works. We're definitely all on board on that. That's one of the things we're researching, looking around, aiming for, want to have happen. If that is also included in your definition of collaboration. But I think in most people's definition of collaboration, it's like one coin working together with another coin to accomplish something. And we're open to the idea, sure, but we're not specifically collaborating with any other coin or coin launch at this time. Does that kind of answer it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then do you guys have any other questions? Or I'm happy to ramble on, but if there are no more questions within the next 5-10 minutes, I might wrap this up, schedule the next AMA, make sure this gets posted officially on our YouTube, and I'm going to go work on like a DOXX video to make sure we get that badge. I kind of actually have to have time in my day to create the DOXX video instead of sitting in the voice chat to actually create the video, if that makes sense.
Okay, concerning the Nigerian calls I spoke about, I'm going to send this for you like you asked.
Sorry, I caught half of that, but you're sending us information of different things we should consider. Is that what I should have gotten from that, or am I wrong? I don't mean to be rude. I'm just trying to make sure I got what you said clearly.
Well, earlier on we spoke about the Nigerian community and the market.
Yes,
So
the Nigerian and the Chinese markets. You're sending us information?
Yeah, so I'm going to send them after the AMA for you.
That is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
All right.
We can only research and look into so much by ourselves. It's a community that can suddenly change things by 1,000-fold, 10,000-fold. You know what I mean? It's collective research, collective work, collective hype, collective collaboration, if you want to call it that, between community members that will really blow any coin out of the water. And that's why I'm trying to make sure I'm as available and transparent and open to you guys as I can be. Okay, thanks so much. I'll give it 30 seconds here. If there's any other questions, you're all able to unmute yourselves. Just yell it at me, and we'll continue discussing it. Otherwise, I'm probably going to end this recording, and I'll post it. I'll make sure it's posted on our YouTube. I hope the computer dying, it might have crashed these last 15 minutes of it, but it'll still be there, and I'll still make another video. I'll even show my face, explaining the project and whatever, making sure that you guys can all see who I am, what I'm about, what the project's about, and post that to the YouTube as well. That will likely be the video that the DOXX badge on the Pinksale, on our Pinksale leads to. And if that's all right, I'll give it another 30 seconds. If no more questions, I will wrap up this and schedule the next one. Sound good? Gonna give it that 15, 14, 13. 5, 4, 3. Here's why my computer crashed. It didn't crash. It shut itself off, and it's doing the most annoying thing in the world. Working on updates. 1% complete. Don't turn off your computer. You guys, everyone in the world's experienced this. Imagine how stressful and nerve-wracking it is to happen in front of your face while you're trying to actually communicate with other people remotely on the internet. So I hope you guys will give me some leeway on that. Apologies that it happened. It is 97% complete. Almost done. But thank you everyone that did join for joining. I do understand a lot of people will be focused on Kitten With because it just finished its sale recently, and I think it's launching tomorrow. I don't have it in front of me. 4 p.m. UTC, something like that. So I do understand a lot of things will be happening for that. I don't think it's worthwhile to waste marketing money to try to counter against something that's currently very hype and live and active. So stuff will probably start happening after that, just so you guys are aware. But for now, thanks so much for joining the chat, and I've really appreciated, honestly, conversing with you guys. And let's continue it in a couple of days. Sound good?
Yeah.
It's almost sounds good.
All good.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. And we'll continue this conversation as we start building this project up. And I honestly think, not just you guys, but I think I'm going to be surprised what we make this project into. So let's continue this in a couple days. Thanks so much, guys. And I'm going to hop off now.